Hello everyone, I am going to show you how to edit and customize your Canva graphics within Canva. So in the last video, if you watched how to upload the Canva graphics into your Canva account, you'll see that I have Social Graphics original copy saved. It's still loading, but that should be popped up for you eventually so you can see the preview of the actual graphics. So once this is in all of your designs, let me remind you to not edit the shared with you graphics. Do not edit these. They should have these do not edit little text warnings in there just to let you know not to edit those because these are accessible by everybody. So we want to keep these templates original and untouched. So you'll go to all of your designs where you have your copy saved. And what I recommend is creating another copy. That way, this original copy is always there in case you mess something up or you have, you just want to revert back to the original. And I like to always revert back to the original just so you have it there. So I like to save this according to the dates that I'm going to schedule these graphics. So I just have the first 2 weeks of September in there. And then I'm just going to click on it to edit. And it opens up in a new page. And you have all of your graphics right here. You can see there's these templates here that come in Canva, or the layouts. We're going to ignore those. We're going to ignore elements, text. You can add text this way in case you wanted to add something extra. That's right in here, but we're not going to do that here because we have everything we need in here. Background, we don't need that. And uploads. This is where you're going to upload your images. You'll just click on upload your own images and then navigate to the folder that you have your images. I still have them in my downloads folder. And it's unzipped under photos, and you can see I already have them loaded in here, but just to show you what that looks like, we'll just add one just for fun. But like I said, that one's already added in here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go through and edit all of these different elements and show you how to kind of play around and customize everything exactly the way you need to do it. So we open the file, we made a copy for these specific graphics, and what we're going to do next is we're going to play with adding images into the graphics. So it's really super simple within Canva. All you do is drag and drop your images from your uploads little tab here into the image. So just drag it over and then it'll kind of pop to once you have it in there. And the fun thing is if you do it slowly and you see that you don't like the way it looks, you can just put it back and it won't add it in there. And you can just play until you find something you like. And there it is. You will notice that if you don't drag it and you just click it, it will just add it to the file. So I'll show you what that looks like. We don't want that. That looks weird. So I'm going to undo. And the other way you can undo is click Command Z, and that'll get rid of that. What else can I show you? Let's play with the text. When you upload these graphics into Canva, you will have these two different document fonts in there saved, ready to go. So we can change this, and you can see it changed to all caps. But if you select this font and click here, so what that means is it's selected in all caps, but then it was also written in caps lock. So we can just go here, oil blend of the week. And you can see it's super small and everything's kind of spaced out. So we're going to make this text bigger and change the spacing over here in letter spacing. And I'm going to make it even bigger. So that's how you change the text. You can change the color right here. So you can see the document colors are saved here. It doesn't let you save black or white. So if black or white is one of your document colors, you'll just come down here to select that. Then we can also change the color of this box if we want to match it to the color of the text. Or if we want it to be a green, we can change our text to green. So there's a lot of different things you can do here. I also wanted to show you guys the layers. So the layers are found under Arrange. You can see you move things forward and backward. Obviously, this image is in the very back, and then these two are on top. But if for whatever reason you wanted to change things around, let's play with the image. So underneath the image, if you move it over, you actually have a color background, which right now doesn't matter because this image is at full opacity or full transparency, which you can see right here. It's at 100%. If you move the slider down, it pulls the color from behind it, which kind of makes a color overlay. So let's change this back to the white that it came in. Same with the text. But we want this lemon to have a different color that matches our brand. So maybe this lilac color here. But when we bring this transparency down, it just pulls from the black underneath. It's basically making this photo more transparent and showing the layer behind it, which is this black color. But let's make this black color into this lilac color and put the image back, and you can see it kind of snaps too, and it has that grid there that shows you that it's perfectly centered, which is really helpful. And you can see now, because it's a little transparent, it has some of that purple coming up behind it. If we have it at 100%, that purple isn't there. The more transparent we make it, the more purple it is. So let's play with a different image to kind of show what that would look like. So that looks really cool. It kind of has that color overlay. If you wanted the overlay to be on top, what you would do is you would click Arrange and then send, so this image, what we have selected now is as far back as possible. So we're going to send it forward. And you can see that doesn't make a huge difference. And what that's actually doing is pushing that image in front of this little square box right there. So I want to keep it in the back, so I'm going to click backwards, and that keeps this in the front here. So that's how you play with all of the fun transparencies and text colors and all that fun stuff. Now we're going to come down here and change this color background right here. And that's really simple to do. You have your document colors right here, which are your brand colors that coordinate with your images and your graphics. So these colors were actually pulled directly from the images that coordinate with your Instagram styling kit. So the green was pulled from here, the yellow was pulled from here, and then that yellow lilac color was pulled from this flower here. So that keeps everything coordinated and cohesive, so you have that really cohesive, pretty Instagram feed. So we can also, let's see, let's change the font and make this bigger, make it maybe black. Actually, let's make it white, which you can't see now because this background's white, but what we're going to do is we're going to change the background color to our purple, and then that automatically made that text black. So we're going to change it back to white. And we're going to change this to white as well. And instead of saying 5 ways to use peppermint essential oil, let's change it to 5 ways. Actually, let's change it completely and we'll say, let's add the lemon in and say our oil of the week, and it's lemon essential oil. And that's how we add that. And we can even change this, to match the image and make it yellow, which is fun. So let's say that all 5 of these are exactly how I want them. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to download them so I can access them. I'm just going to click download, and it's downloading all 5 of them, which I'll show you in a second how to download individuals. And what happens is this will send these graphics, these 5 different graphics, and it'll become 5 different images on my downloads folder on my computer. In my how to organize your files video in my video tutorial library, I show how to access these graphics on your phone to create or to schedule or to upload them directly from your phone using Dropbox. So that's in a different video. So now you saw that pop up, and it's now in my downloads folder. So we'll open Finder, and we can see it's under September because that's what I named that graphic, or this pack of graphics here. So you can see they're all right there, exactly how we edited each of them. And now what I'm going to do is I just want to download this one. Let's say I want to download just this second one, and you can see the number beside each one. So I just want to download, let's say I just want to download the graphic 5. So I'm going to go to download and click here and type in 5 instead of downloading all of them. And that's fun if you just want to get it, just one image, grab it on the fly, or one graphic, I'm sorry. So that's there, that's in my downloads folder now. And because this is a copy and not the original graphics, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all of these, which is fine because I do have that copy of the original, which is why I recommend doing it. So now I just have, oops, delete that too. Now I just have this one. And if you're somebody like me that likes to make a bunch of graphics in advance, so let's say we do a Motivation Monday little graphic every Monday. Let's say I want to make enough for the entire week, so I'm going to make 4. So I'm just going to hit that button, which is duplicate. Now you can see I have 2, now I have 3, now I have 4. So I'm going to make these different motivation little quotes here. So let's say oil is my love language. And you can see that made it into 3 separate lines, which I'm going to move it back to 2. So I'm just going to make that bigger. And then I'm going to make sure it's centered there. So oil is my love language. I don't have any others saved off the top of my head, so I'm just going to say blah, blah, blah. Oops. Blah, blah, blah again. And blah, blah, blah again. So that's now 4 different graphics. I've created 4 social media posts for every Monday, and I'm just going to hit download and download all. And that's going to download to my downloads folder just like the other graphics. And there it is. So I now have, if we go to our downloads, I now have, it says September 2, since I already have a September folder in my downloads. I now have these 4 different graphics right here, which is awesome. It's great if you like to create these graphics in advance, or if you even do scheduling and you do bulk scheduling, you now have your 4 quote graphics ready to go. And it was super easy and super quick. So the fun thing about this is because we just created that and it is a copy. So if we open this in a new tab, I'll show you what this looks like. We have the original copy here, and then it's still loading the preview for this, but this is the graphic that I'm working on right now, September 1st through 15th, which is what this is called right here. Because we've deleted all of the other ones and we just have these 4 quote graphics, I'm actually going to save this. Instead of as September 1st through 15th, I'm going to call it my quote graphic. And then if I refresh this page, you can see that I now have a social graphics original copy in my all your downloads or all your designs folder. Oop, that didn't save. Oh, I didn't save it here. File, save. So now it's going to save my quote graphic. And I'm going to come over here and refresh. And hopefully that pulls that new name there. And there it is. So now I have a quote graphic of 4 different graphics, and then my social media graphics, which if we click that, it's still all of the original 5 templates that you purchased and downloaded. So you can see there, all 5 are the same and untouched, which is really nice to have. If you ever do something like that and create all these different graphics, it's nice to have that original. So what's cool is, let's exit out of all of these. Let's say I'm coming to schedule or create graphics for the month. I now have my quote graphic and I also have my social graphic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a copy and say quotes for September. And I'll go in and I'll edit all of those the way that I want them. So all my quotes, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to file and save. And that way, whenever I come to my designs, I always have my old ones saved too. And that way I can just download them quickly if I want to grab them and not create new graphics. I can just download the old ones that I already have, which is super, super helpful. Let's see if I have anything else to show you. The one thing I did want to show you guys, so I'm going to exit out of there. And I'm going to make a duplicate, a copy. And we'll just say September 16th through, so 30 or 31 days in September, I forget. We'll just say 30. Can never remember that. So what I'm going to show you guys now is the one weird little thing about this template specifically is if you want to change your image. So let's throw this in there. And we're like, okay, that's not centered. I want to edit that. With most of them, you'll just double click the image. There we go. And move it around like that. But with this one specific graphic, this white graphic is in the very front. So when you double click, you're actually selecting this graphic, not the actual image. So the little wonky thing that you have to do is just select that graphic and move it to the side, and then double click the image to move it around, and then save, and then select the graphic again and put it back where it was and center it with those little grids there. So it's simple, but just a little weird wonky thing that happens with this one specific graphic. But everything else is good to go, and that's how you create and customize your different social media graphics. I hope it was helpful. Thank you guys for watching.